Well, hey guys, welcome back to another episode of 0 to 60 and an episode on basically some plans on what I'm gonna do with the E92. It's not going anywhere, don't worry. Firstly, I need to thank everyone that commented on that E90 low compression video. You can probably work out, I was pretty bummed out on that video. I had in the back of my mind that, well, the reason I bought that E90 was to keep the content flowing if something did happen to the E92 engine. And I was pretty devastated when I realized it had low compression. And to be fair, during that video, I just wasn't thinking straight. And in my mind at that point in time, I was like, it's gonna be 4 to 5 months, maybe longer before I can afford to build an engine. However, I wasn't thinking straight and I didn't realize that with those two engines, I should be able to make one good one without spending too much money. So whatever's wrong with them, we'll be able to get on the road in the next few weeks to a month, whatever. It's not going to be a matter of saving up 5 or 6 grand to build a motor properly, which is good. Now, the other thing, massive thank you to all the guys that offered money and all the guys that have come on as members. I don't know what to say, like, I just can't thank you guys enough. It's not just about supporting this car, but it supports the channel and it will keep us making videos for longer. And it makes, there's no way to word this sensibly without looking like a bit of an idiot, but it makes getting into debt to keep the cars running make much more sense in my mind, so thank you very much. Look, right, let's get on to today's video. The E92. Now this car, a few of you guys were worried that I was going to be getting rid of it. That's not the case. I'm sure, hopefully a few of you guys can relate, but when you get a car, it's sort of, if you get one you really like, the money doesn't matter. And someone could offer me 50 grand for this car and I don't think I'd sell it. I'm genuinely attached to it, and I don't know why, but I really...
Could you try again?
Yeah, I don't get it either, Siri. Yeah, I don't know why, but look, I do really like the car. I don't want to sell it, and we will fix it. Whatever's wrong with it, anything can be fixed with enough time and money, I guess. So it's not going anywhere. And to prove it's not going anywhere, I want to give you guys an update on what's happening with it. So about, I don't know, it must be 3 weeks ago now, somebody contacted us who is a detailer, and he's seen some angles on this car where you can see the paint's not perfect. When I first got the car, the paint was horrific. Now I spent a weekend buffing it and you wax it up, it actually looks okay, but he knows the truth, and he's actually offered to do a full paint correction on it, which is mega. That's days of work. So I'm really looking forward to it. Again, it's another thing I can't believe the support we get. It's brilliant. But yeah, this paint correction, it was organised well before we had engine problems, and we're still going to go ahead with it. Now the other thing is, I mean, it looks okay, but you get it on the right angle, there's some scratches and whatnot. But the worst part is, at some point the front bar has been painted. It's been painted quite badly and it wasn't repaired properly. And you can see here where the top layer of paint is actually chipping away. So before we get it, this is really the worst part of the car. And actually on those, you might have seen on those photos I did a couple of weeks ago, out the front where I just fitted the brakes and I was quite happy with how the car was looking, the front bar just looks terrible if you get down on like a gangster angle to take some cool photos. So I'm gonna get the bar painted today, so I've got to take it off. That's what's gonna happen in this video. On top of that, when we did that video a couple of weeks ago on fitting the floor mats, I actually asked you guys for things to buy to sort of tart it up and make it a little bit nicer in the meantime, and I took on most of your suggestions. So I've actually ordered quite a few parts for it. Things like the steering wheel cover, I've got some wheel spacers coming, pedal covers, I've got all those things. I've actually arrived. So even though the car's not going anywhere, I'm still gonna go through and do all those mods and upgrades whilst it's sitting here, because we can. Other things, the dick arse have sent me another set of rear brake brackets to try. So I will also fit those up and see if we can get the pad alignment right. And we'll probably go ahead and work on getting the Brembo logos replaced with something a bit more fitting to what this car is. But yeah, today's video, we're gonna get on with taking the front bar off, get that up to the panel shop and go from there. The other thing that is crossing my mind, I am still waiting on Leakdown testers. Now the Leakdown tester is going to hopefully help us work out what's wrong with the E90 engine and also the E92 engine. This car, well, I've scanned the car with MHD and I can see that he was running, whoever the previous owner was, it might have been a girl, they were running MHD stage 2 plus, so nothing big, nothing crazy. And judging by the downpipes, I don't think he's been running big power for very long, and maybe the fact he put it into a tree pretty quickly means It definitely wasn't very long at all. So I'm pretty confident that the bottom end on this motor is probably going to be okay. Like, my engine was definitely mistreated. I have driven it hard the whole time I've had it, and even when we put those 17Ts on, we didn't hold back. Although I'm very over the top on servicing on the E92, it still gets used properly, maybe a bit too properly, but hopefully this bottom end is going to be good. So maybe it is a problem with something as simple like a valve's not seated properly. We'll get that intake off over the next week and check what the carbon build-up's like. But hey, why don't we start taking bets on what's wrong with this engine? So in the comment section, let us know what you think this is going to be. Could be quite interesting finding out. All right, let's get the E92 in and start getting that front bar off. So, will it start? That was all right. Bit lumpy, but E85 has been sitting for over a week. So you might not be able to hear that, but it's still got its rough idle. Strange, it didn't miraculously fix its low compression problem. Right, let's get on with getting the front bar off. Okay, I've actually had the front bar off this before when I fitted the oil cooler. However, it was a while ago, but from memory, we've just got to get the 4 bolts off the top off. It does clip in around this sort of section here from memory, or maybe it's up here, and then we've just got all the inner wheel arch bolts. So I guess the first step, we'll jack it up so we can get clearance onto the inside of the bolts. Well, the bolts on the inner wheel arch, I should say. Okay, so we got all the screws out from the inner guard, and then you can get access to those two. Hopefully you can see it. Dirty fillet heads up there. Up there, there's one. Sorry guys, terrible camera angle. And that will let this part of the bar come down, so I'll get those unscrewed. All right, so we got those two screws out of that little bracket there, and then this part of the bar is now loose. And that was one of the headlight washers, just popped straight off. Sick. I wonder if that just broke. Oh no, just the spring part's unclipped. Still, not ideal. Anyway, let's get on to the other side. Okay, so on this side I unclipped the headlight washer thing properly. So I think everything's undone underneath because I'm missing an under tray. So we should be able to drop it down a little bit and then unclip the fog lights and the... No, it's still connected. Of course I forget something. Let's have a look. Oh my God. It's not as much of a shitbox as I thought. It has got a bolt underneath. You know, I thought all the bolts from the front were missing. All right, that'll be what's holding it on there. But I think that side we're all clear. All right, let's get that one out. Okay, I undid that bolt and now it's just gonna fall off. Oh no, we're staying there. Okay, let's get you back on the tripod. Please don't break anything else. Okay, that is now loose. We'll unclip all the bar sensors. There's always one. Okay, that one's off. And then the fog lights. I'll just undo those because that's easy to take the bulbs out. Ta-da! And that is a bumper bar off. Well, that's a bit funny. The GoPro was pointing at the roof. I'm just going to put the bulbs straight back into the light so we don't damage the bulbs and show you guys what we got here. So that is the front bar, and maybe if you get it on that angle you can see it's all sort of dented and shit, so hopefully the panel shop can fix that without it taking forever. But yeah, main thing we'd like to, well, actually spray painted this after I saw the shitty photos with just black matte spray paint. But yeah, hopefully fix up all this bit, get some correct shape to the bottom maybe, or even just cut it off, but just try and tidy it up a bit. The paint is very, hopefully you can see it there, it's very orange peely. It's just not been done properly by somebody in the past. It is the mankiest part of the car, so hopefully it'll be a bit better. Now something I have got to do, I've got to get all the grills out for them. And then we have one naked bumper bar. Flimsy naked bumper bar. I'm going to leave the parking sensors in. They're really quick to unclip, but a couple of them have got cracked paint. So hopefully Crystal will be able to make them look a bit nicer. Get rid of the rubbers. But yeah, all right. She's ready for a trip to the paint shop. There we go, one bumper bar, all stripped down, ready to go off to the panel shop. I'll give it a clean before I take it there, just so I don't like dropping things off dirty. And we have one E92 looking a bit sad for itself. I guess I'll give everything inside there a clean as well. Not that it's going to make any difference when we take the engine out, because everything's going to be a mess, but yeah. So anyway, a bit of an update on the car. I'm definitely not ditching the M54 platform. Man, if you haven't seen that roll racing video, that was so much fun. It was ridiculous, and I need more of that. So it'll be back on the road, and it will just keep getting quicker, no doubt, no doubt. Well guys, look, thank you very much for watching. Yeah, a bit of an update on it. I'm basically, to summarize, just gonna keep doing all the things that I'd planned for anyway, and we'll work on the engine when time allows and when we know what's actually happening with it, so that we don't waste any time doing anything that we shouldn't. But yeah, my plan of just swapping the E90 engine in as soon as Dave carves off the hoist is on the back burner for now, until we know exactly what the hell's wrong with that. Hey, we might be lucky and it might be something simple like a stuck ring or something, but until we get that Leakdown test, we don't know. Anyway, look, bit of an update. Thank you all very, very much. Yeah, I don't know what to say other than thank you. It's been amazing. Your comments are great. Really appreciate it. And thank you for watching our silly little YouTube videos. All right, guys, Team N54. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.